agents. Let's see if KRU can bring us to a third map. That would be Haven if we get there. But the sun's got to set first. And who will it set for?
Haven will continue to be a very interesting map for the series here for both teams. They did go toe-to-toe last time around when they faced off in the regular season of Stage 2, and it was so aggressive. It was so brawly for A side control. Let's focus on Sunset now. King once again, I mean, this is just a standard buy coming in from both teams. The setup, though, for Leviathan is to pressure a little bit more towards this B side, and I don't know if we're going to try to get this double swing out towards that front. Yeah, it looked like it was. A jump spot from Sato at the very beginning, but Dante is not falling back. Looking to fight back on their side for KRU.
Nice Rose positioning that he's waiting to use. Actually playing a little bit to look behind. And it's not even going to affect KRU. They get all the position that they want, being able to check every corner and every shot, and they're hardly even hurt getting through that. Dante and Kesnet can easily stay alive here, as they don't even have to be the front of the spear anymore.
Again, Shy is in a great position for these lurk timings, and great number advantage for the side of KRU. You almost think here that flash would have been a good play for Leviathan, but it's easy to turn away from that spot with how close you are.
Trade back, okay. King?
Not again, right?
Like 5 HP. Oh my god. Almost got too many shots off there. The classic, but Melzer just needed a tag, gets it. And KRU was going to get their first pistol of the series.
I mean, if Melzer fell down, that was potentially a doable position there for King, but just to backpedal a bit again into that Rose, the flash here from Tex. It only half blinds the 3 players from KRU right in the front. So there was no surprise coming out when Sato just swung out from that smoke. It just allowed here KRU to easily take over that A site because of the aggressive position that you had on A.
Yeah.
Very hard to rotate from, as all of them were still too far back for LEV.
Standing ahead.
Look at this. Set up and spawn by LEV. They're saying, okay, I think KRU's going to push through. Let's kill and get that first gun when it happens, right? Let's swarm that first person, or maybe even paranoia through and get themselves a play.
Very nice dart by Mazzino. So they instantly smoke towards that right side for the cross. Now you realize there's nobody in the front, so they can just walk into the site for the plant.
Spike planted.
There it is. Oh, the relay bolt slows it down, allows both duelists to get into a safe spot. And nobody's really even tagged up after this. We just reset and go again. Slide through. Here comes KRU being able to knock down anybody from left that starts showing themselves. I don't even think the smoke on main is really controlling anything here. All the members of KRU push right through. A nice few kills from LEV, though, just to get some money in their pocket and drop a few weapons.
Yeah, another great play coming out from Dante to have him push all the way up like that. Because if he was not there for the relay bolts, that double flash would have been huge there from both King and Tex. Maybe would allowed here Leviathan to maybe get a couple of bodies as they're flooding back towards that B site. All right, you got one. I got mine.
That's what you would say. Probably type it in chat too, right? Oh, here's that play. Yeah, instantly realizing the paranoia, just even having the HUD go a little fuzzy, activated that relay bolt. So Dante didn't even need to see the actual paranoia coming through the wall, is how quick he was to understand that play and get back in position. 2-0 now for KRU. We get some weapons on the board, and Melzer will have that Sheriff. Let's see if they can get a pickup as they go for a big bonus here. This could really catapult KRU forward.
I'm going to find some early information right away. Knife sees nothing there towards that A site, so only one player is going to pivot forward. That's King taking full control of elbow. It's a full fake, though. Paranoia, and also the wall coming up so they can walk up on middle for KRU. You need to smoke one of the sides, though, if you want to go for this hit.
Oh, that angle is so vile to try and cover when you're peeking the left side. Defense has such an advantage there, and we see it for LEV starting off now. One player is strong, but they did lose Okeanos.
That's the thing. I mean, it looks like everybody was focused to try to surprise the Owl drone, and no smoke on the attack side. It was a beautiful crossbar set up towards the end. 3 kills from the side of LEV. Elise's spike has been picked back up, but now the wall will get activated, and all 3 of them have pinned inside market.
Teamwork. Quick cooperation around the clone, and now they could be able to get a frag here. I like that. Nicely done. Searching the back with the dart so they can keep watching the same direction together here and just let the rotation come around. Sato is creeping ever so slowly, but it's almost just enough. There it is. There it is. Sato finds 3, and probably a 4th one too, as Melzer now has to push himself inside a smoke that's going to get darted, and Tex finds that kill. Man, they are just squeezing down KRU on that round. Could not get through the bonus for them.
The idea was still pretty good, at least for KRU in the first step of that fake on that A side. As you saw the rotation from Sato, he went all the way out to double support on the elbow with King. So you definitely did weaken up the mid control. And then as soon as we kind of slowed things down and we didn't really smoke to move up, no surprise came through towards the end there for KRU. Now I have still a rifle round. Hunter's Fury available from Mazino too. So we'll back into the dart, the similar one I think that he did 2 rounds ago.
What's he looking? Where are you looking?
Gonna land in front of that B site.
Boing. Anybody gonna get darted? Nope. Seeing if they're trying to play a little front main here and they can get an aggressor. And that's gonna be the drone.
And that's
the clone.
Just something nice that they do here too, because they don't have to waste too much util to take full control of that front B spot. And if there was a shot coming across, then for sure Dante's moving in with a relay bolt. They double rush down here with the double duelist, and they fight towards that B main control. So that at least allows for them to get a free orb as well, and to reset now the round.
Ooh, was that just a reset one way? Turn them away, causing now the drone to go up on the right side. That was going to be kind of an A lurk, or an A push for KRU, but they decide not to. And just at 1 minute, you did see Kesnet shoot a camera over here, so LEV has not left B. It looks like they have a really great line of scrimmage on that defensive side here. They do start to leave B though, and that's going to help KRU get this 4-member team into position with just that lurk on Melzer.
30 seconds left.
Ooh. Playing with fire there.
Especially with 3 players.
Yeah.
If anything, Leviathan stays clean. A little bit cleaner than Lotus in terms of the buddy system. Now all 5 of them back towards Boba. A huge flood back from that back site.
Flash, dart, flash. Double flash, yeah.
That's 3 flashes.
They've cleared a spot that's already been open, right? So now they have to figure out a way to feel comfortable to get into this next spot where they don't have that reiteration of utility. And King and Com are going to do it with aim. Coming up huge. We've seen these 2 in the clutches be big, but Kesnet gets 3! A 4th one immediately! Another one lines up possibly. He finds the 5th. The ace in his eyes. Goes for the shot, starts to tempt it, but Tex is able to knock Kesnet down short of an ace. It's still KRU's round, and they're still feeling good about it. Maybe not so, they lost 4. Maybe not so, they lost 4. Got ahead of myself there. But Kesnet closer to the ult. He actually has it now.
Great round coming out from Kesnet for sure. If anything though, KRU looked like they were very comfortable to play the old school style of playing Sunset out towards the entrance of the B site because they could rely on the Hunter's Fury.
Is that a miss smoke in the action? Kind of like a shot? Because it was not covering the main, right? So interesting there. That might have just been in the mix-up as it was being thrown.
Also trying to force players outside of the smoke to try to spam the diffuser. So if they had more bodies on the side of LEV, they could potentially protect that.
All right. Waiting for it. It's the old breach position here for Melzer. That would fault line across that front of A, but it's going to be a paranoia now.
Everybody's leaning towards this B site. Looks like Leviathan's preparation is KRU likes to go for the late hits back in the middle.
Yeah.
At that minute mark. Worked out a few times, and now at least a dimensional drift is going to help you really take that space and get information.
Quick one-way's going up just to deny that pawn shop side of things. That's going to get the drone anyways.
The knife also missed here from Okeano, so they were probably still thinking that they're following around Dante. He TP's back towards the A site. Now they have a full site hold for KRU on the post plant.
Great point. They have absolutely converted themselves around the defensive LEV here. It's still going to be a pretty good buy for LEV coming in. They don't have too much util, just Mazzino and Dante here to shuffle back into the site. And one of those relay bolts is used for pawn.
It's still double flash here with a recon though for LEV.
Yep.
Just got to find that timing.
Slide in. They haven't found too many people yet. KRU is doing a great job of just kind of hiding in the site, not allowing anybody to be seen there. A spam from Tech starts us off. What else would do it? And KRU is just answering. Look at this turret on top of the box right now. Oh my gosh, Melzer just left and right, identifying members, and Kesnet helping to knock them down as they hold that A site.
See the protocol out for Leviathan. That's 2 rounds in a row that you go for double to triple flash with a recon. But they get no value out of it. KRU's just finding some great spots to tuck away here from the recon being shot down. And then as soon as the flash comes into no effect, it makes it so difficult here for Leviathan to move back through, especially when you got counter smokes coming in from Melzer. Great hold for the side of KRU towards the end. Now LEV's econ is fully broken. No ways to play a trap. A walk down from Calm though with a classic only. So he's not going to be in a position to play any big ults here with the side of Leviathan.
And one of the first times we see somebody going down mid, albeit like you said, with a classic, I thought we'd see a few more of these plays between Okeanos and Sato with the KO flashes and Neon flashing towards mid. As this round will have us entering into B for KRU, setting up a pretty big garrison here on the site without too much trouble.
Nice counter stun though.
Okay.
Oh wait, this might start.
That was nasty from Tax.
Overdrive available as well.
Oh,
Down.
spam down. Dante knows what the priority is and how much that gun means, but the Phantom is still going to get picked up. This coming over from Calm here. He's going to have a little bit of a late rotate. They may not be ready for him to come through market. The camera might see him. Conte and Melzer pick up some necessary kills as Boba gets knocked down in the situation. And now they know exactly where both members are. One more.
Timing on that smoke, unfortunately, there. Because they're trying to flash through from the side of Okeanos, but I almost felt it could have been a good round there for Leviathan to start leveraging those ultimates that were available for them, especially on a lower buy on an eco that they had. Calm probably felt like he was too exposed from his position down towards middle, where maybe he wouldn't be able to support the overdrive coming through, but yeah, look at that. Just disappears as soon as the flash comes out, so he's able to find him blinded. They've done some good damage.
KRU's aggression on these B hits just over and over. And we're going to like tempt A for what, the second time, I think, here in what is going to be 7 rounds.
A little bit faster this time around, though, from KRU.
Oh, dear. You know exactly. Oh! Okeanos with the save! A pie to the face for Dante as he was expecting a different member to be in front of him. And Shy's pushing middle here. Tex is able to clean it up as things get a little chaotic. And now calming down here with Lev being able to set up this defense.
They continue to make sure that middle is being covered for the side of Lev. So if it's not for push it, it's for the Shy lurks. They're able to punish that. Op firstly, for the first time, comes out here for Sato on this map. Hasn't been spotted yet for the side of KRU. Would decide to cut noise on their side.
Expects that mid push so much too. You can see him checking the flank. How many times has KRU tried to walk somebody up mid? They find him in elbow though. Knowing Dante's there is gonna clue a little bit more of what the play is. A great turn for the anti-flash, but Okeanos still faster to the trigger.
Now Sato slowly watching towards that middle. They might still be able to find that timing to get through the door.
Oh, the insert. The insert. Almost another one. Mazzino goes high for the shot, and Tex is low for the kill. In the 1v2 now, Melzer trying to hold the site.
With a slow start as well on Lotus. Now forced on a 1v2. Has stepped up to the plate, this time at least for the first half for KRU. And they're separated for Leviathan.
Vandal back, he bought the time. They're split right now. It offers him a 1v1 if he can actually find the fight, but he does not want to give himself up too much. And the spike is really right in front of him, so Melzer can play this to the last drop. Oh, Tex is gonna find the pre-swing though. A 3K for him. And even we're going coast to coast on this. Lev's gonna find the defuse over at B.
Yeah, great hold, or great retake by Leviathan. Also a great hold towards that A side. Lots of pressure coming out from KRU, out towards that elbow. That save clotheslines his opponent as he tries to slide across, and Dante gets owned. This is not unfamiliar territory here for Dante to play this Neon. I mean, we've seen him play on Sunset before, but it's also one of the biggest agents he's played back into that Breach Neon meta in Challengers. back into an early information game for Leviathan.
Oh, almost got the toes.
It's a big dub now for the side of LEV. Com still has his Hunter's Fury too. The more they wait this time now for KRU to go for a late hit, the more value you're going to get here with these ults available for the side of LEV.
They're going to leave Kesnet here. He's going to have some fun in mid once people start to rotate. But Mazzino and the rest of the team are going to try to activate here today. It's been King's thing to always kind of teleport away from this and get himself to safety. And they're going to give him a little more safety with that ultimate you were just talking about from Com. If he'll use it in any moment to assist the team, and that one was very defensively.
The thing is, he only got the ping up to Shy, so they're probably thinking that it was only the lurk. But here's a re-hit from KRU, an opening.
Ooh, the swing around and the strafe jump from Dante gives them something to think about, but Com is still able to accurately get a shot back into the site. A little retribution for his teammate as we're now in the 4v4 retake.
Overdrive, probably going to be used here as Sato can't retake with the op.
Oh, for the overdrive. Oh, right during the relay bowl. Everybody's getting caught with that last bit of util out before the play as Okeanos starts to trade with the team. He gets 3 himself. Tex with 3 last time. Okeanos with 3 this time. LEV is working together to get these rounds back in their favor.
Continues to be very brawly right now, but both teams, I mean, we talked about on the desk, and even I was expecting going into this game too, that it was going to be very ferocious in terms of aggression and team fights for both of these teams.
Come the fuck on, baby!
We got rid of the last 2 letters of that word, so I don't know what you said.
Yeah, it was muted. I didn't hear that. Whatever.
But nonetheless, as I was trying to say here, lots of aggression coming in. Usually for these teams, you got very brawly the last time these 2 teams played against each other. But we are being very meticulous on working the map since Lotus to this one here. Remember, when KRU started to find their footing on their attack side of Lotus is when they started deathballing 5 players together. They're going to try it this time around in their eco.
What's that you have at the B site? Is that an operator? They try to rush it, but the wall is going to create a little bit of trouble here. Sato goes down. Dante just come flying through, knocks down the door. Bucky's Tex out of the situation. And Com still wants to play inside sight, right in the face of the opponent. Melzer just gets a jumping frenzy shot. And they're just going to hang out backside here and try to clean up the rest of the members. Nice kill by King. Trying to do what he can. Paranoia's 2 on the right, can actually create a good situation for himself. Another frenzy kill coming into this round. That is a low buy for KRU. They're going to be able to do this.
So Bucky, long range, so only gets tapped. Now floods them both towards his crosshair.
Oh, they hear him. Oh my, a third with the frenzy! That's nutty, a Thrifty round for KRU. What in the world?
And on top of that, Kesnet, I think, was the one opening it up towards that spawn with a frenzy. Tex tried to play the cheeky play behind his own wall. But hello.
The timing there.
They just knew when they were pushing in towards that side, and that's the beauty here of Neon.
Bro, what type of Bucky does this guy have? A golden one from Salty Springs?
He's got that just released Bucky.
Yep.
No nerfs yet. Hit him from across the site. 6-3 here is KRU creating much more of an advantage for themselves right away. They did miss the bonus, but then clawed back a few more rounds before. We've just seen now Leviathan do a bit of their own work, and KRU say, no, our rounds again, which is going to prompt this timeout.
It's been a lot less mid control here from KRU in the last few rounds, though, on that side when they were hitting these sites. Although the retakes have been quite nice for Leviathan. So I think the game plan for both of these teams are in the adaptation that they're bringing just on the fly here from both IGLs. They're still doing a pretty good job. But I think after getting Thrifty like that, you have to stop a little bit here of how some of the members of Leviathan potentially could be flustered from that type of spanking they receive from Melzer's Frenzy.
Here.
What's next? Looks like a lot of this firepower is going to be stacked towards A once again. They may try to create a little bit of a play here. Neon, and nobody's going to go through that one way, so they'll gain a bit of ground towards A main.
At least this time around, I think that dart got broken instantly, and this is why we're seeing a little bit more util being utilized by KRU to move towards that front of that B side. Still coming down to a plant, though, for the side of the attack. No punishment on that lurk from Shy over towards A. So he'll stay alive.
Heard him run away, too, so that you guys have a lot of time on 2 more from A. Very patient play here. And again, 1 in sight, like you mentioned before, playing it the old way. 3 towards B main. It'll be a 4th eventually, since that's not going to be a rotation through mid, it looks like. Yeah, they're holding off. They may get smoked out and cause a little bit of trouble here. The smoke goes out. That does force the hand of Dante to play in front of the smoke, as well as they kind of teeter-totter back and forth in and out of the smoke. Oh, Dante's just like, hey, look what I see. Look what I see. Just shoot me. I am running into each one of the members, causing chaos. And yeah, they've wasted the time down. See if they can get out of this one, though. They're all a little too close for comfort. It looks like they only lose Mazzino there, but man, KRU just really creating chaos in the site and having fun on that one.
Just very, very nice there by Kesnet. A similar scenario, too, that when they faced off against each other. Remember that one-on-one against Okeanos when he was also playing with the Medicinal Drift. This time leverages it to help his teammates get a couple of sprays to the smoke and not allow here Leviathan to go for, once again, what was that double flash recon. You see the way that they're scaling back here for Leviathan on these flashes, so that recon really only clears that back to boxes. I'll hold that thought, though, because KRU's trying to add a little bit of pressure towards this B side at the beginning. But Leviathan needs that second layer to try to push back towards that front of the side. It can't just be that arc rose from Tex in front B.
And their op is being identified almost all. Oh my gosh, Shy almost asleep at the wheel for a moment, but gets that one. Autopilot happens.
Com definitely did, though. You always have to be aware of the Shy position outside towards A main, and even especially towards tiles when this position from King is already watching that line. And when he's receiving no utility on his side, nobody's pushing forward, you have to expect there that lean towards mid B.
Now they're going to go right back to where the op first shot. And once they get this cleared and smoke out, they can get right by it and right in its face, right? That's the whole point. Oh, he still wants to peek out. Sato trying to create opportunities out of nothing. And a lot of the times he'll get away with a kill. It's incredible to see. That one, he comes up just short, but is still available for the team, which is what matters here.
Losing Com's gonna be tough, though.
Yeah. Fires through. Just denying more. Tex, Okeanos trading around as Kesnet's the one to fall in the end at the last end of that battle. 3v2 now, or I should say 2v3 as KRU are trying to hold this one. Okeanos wants to push forward. They still have some smokes, still have some flashes to make this one count. Oh, with that TP, almost was it, but Mazzino's able to clean it up, and KRU do it again!
What a clutch recon dart from Mazzino towards main. Because it went for a flash King TP on the other side. It was perfect for at least the first trades. But as soon as it comes out of the TP, gets pinged out, becomes an instant spray from Mazzino. Right over here. Beautifully done. Played against Sato's off, able to capitalize on that kill too.
My gosh. The wherewithal to be spamming the box to understand what agents are going to be presenting themselves at that B main position makes. Mazzino, the 5-6-7 head there, just absolute big brain on that play. A 3 in mid already here for KRU as they start pushing up very hard. Realizing this is going to be a lower by last round.
Guardians for the distance. Com also has Hunter's Fury, and that definitely is going to be identified by KRU. They're also leading towards that. They just want to brute force their way across potentially. And this is looking pretty decent, though. So as he tried to split towards this A site while Razor Thorns won't really allow for you to set up inside that site and could potentially give you good value with the Hunter's Fury. Com's already moving back for the line.
Trying to get back to assist each other here. That Vice Util creating a bit of awkwardness for a moment. Oh God, Kesnick getting tagged down by the 3 burst here. Dante pushes forward, Tech still able to find a kill, but was that too far? Have they put their hand in the cookie jar? Okeanos tears it right out for a moment, and Com's gonna line a few up on Hunter's Fury, just one rather. They can't plant yet. They want the space, they want the knowledge that this is clear enough for a safe plant, and that gets a little more dangerous. Oh, Kesnick's like, oh God. Get himself to safety, get that plant down with 10 seconds, and now again another 2v3 for KRU.
They still have double flash for the last player standing behind the site, which is Shy.
They don't win 2 of these in a row, right? I mean, now it's a 1v3. Shy's been known for these positions, get himself tucked in. Oh, that, yep. I think they just saw that tip of the gun. They run him down. Okeanos finds 3. Lev will find 4. And a very dominant KRU first half.
The reads continue again to be good for both sides, and it comes down to the duels. The chaos that we had towards that back of the A side. What a shot from X, by the way, right over here. Crept up on while he was reloading and still gets the headshot. Doesn't allow here KRU to flip back towards the A site. And allows LEV to get the retake.
Nice! Come on!
Let's go.
Great
Honestly,
stuff coming out of Lev.
We can get both.
That is going to be the half. Do not go anywhere. Sunset will conclude after the break. Welcome back, everybody. 0 seconds remaining. That means we're getting into game right now, and it is going to be on Sunset, and it may set for KRU here if they cannot complete this second map and bring us to Haven. Lev has to do a lot of work, though. They had control of the pistol rounds on our first map of Lotus. KRU was able to get pistol round number 1, and it would be a huge boon to grab the second one here and keep Leviathan's momentum from getting started.
Yeah, and again, both teams finding victories the last time they played this map. KRU against Energy, Leviathan versus 100 Thieves. You're seeing the KRU setup, putting a trip on top middle. Leviathan not going for any type of fakes though. Breaking that dart there, fully walking for contact into elbow.
They stop. They're like, we're happy with this room. See if they can get into util. No, it is going to be their first to activate. Oh gosh, Okeanos just trying to deny that. Drone flies right up to him, and Okeanos is almost delivered with it. Oh my gosh, they're just facing these fights, trying to take him right away, knowing Mazzino has a sliver of health as he limps himself to safety, but getting close. Oh my gosh, they didn't stand a chance as they peek out. They fall just as fast, and now it is going to be the rotation back from Shy. He was just here. This is how he ended the half. Let's see if he can start it better. It's going to be a tough one, though.
Especially the players in the back of the A side were low HP to try to attempt to move back into the A side, but yeah, definitely becomes a very nice hit by Leviathan in the pistol round. was going to mention the trip that KRU places on the top of middle. Leviathan, remember when they played that Lotus map just earlier on? They like to do these 4-1s where Calm is trying to find info as a fade. This time he does it as a, or usually does it as a Sova. And they work up towards that middle. There's a little bit of studying being done in front of the side of KRU, but a little bit of an ante on an ante.
Hi, Satinho, welcome to...
Wait, what?
said welcome to domination.
I'm sure, Tex.
But yeah, so Lev went back for the counter ante and just brute forced their way towards the A site to win that one. Similar recons coming out from the side of Leviathan, clearing the front of that B site.
Easy pickup. KRU says we'll take all of this space. Okay, Dante will not go without a headshot. It's not going to feel very good, but then LEV just walks backwards, realizing that that is going to be a full push around the extremity of the map. They just have to worry about Kesnet.
A good spot for Lev too. They have a wall to watch that flank. This should actually be the round coming in from Leviathan unless we got some crazy shots with these classics from KRU.
Oh man, have before, crook in the hip. Dante can't get up there. And yeah, they are just searching now. They're like, what, you wanted to push behind us? Well, here's the fight that you were looking for. Nobody's going to be dying to the spike this time. They're all worth the alt orbs, and that's a flawless for the side of Lev.
Good on here for King to call for Leviathan to stay back towards that spawn. Just anticipating some sort of a push. And I think even from his position, heard the orb getting picked up, so he was already ready for any type of walk down. Contact play was fully denied after, and the rest is history. Lev gets that round.
Look at him, bro.
I'm so aggressive on these rounds.
To get that one ult orb where maybe he could have given it to Sato to get closer here to the Neon ult, but it's okay.
Your Vice jumping out to be the distraction kill, but still getting him. He's crazy like that. Sometimes he's crazy like that.
And this is the type of rounds you see here from Leviathan when you have this double initiator. They recon, they knife on both extremities, they go for potentially a 1-3-1, this time 4 players though moving up towards middle. And look at that, because they always pressure this top side, everybody rotated back from KRU. A triple crossfire setup on the top of Quad and also on the other side of Shop, which allows now Lev to just walk at the market, get the opener.
Oh, what a flash turn by Sato, also coming up with the kill as well on Mazzino. Now they're reorganizing. Calling themselves to the right side of the map is going to be a very soft side here for KRU. Wait, they actually waited out at 40 seconds? They're going to fake initiate to the right side here. So yeah, Lev is feeling fully in control of the map right now.
Especially went for that flash from Tex here on that A side. So KRU actually pulls most of their defense on that side. Trip at least is going to sound the alarm, but it's going to be difficult here for Shine to really try to get any type of holds.
Oh, somebody shoot it. They get in. Oh, they were sure that they had this side of the map. I think that became their fault.
10 seconds
Tax
left.
walks right into the smoke, thinking it came from afar. KRU is now ready to collapse down onto Lev, as they have no idea where KRU is coming from on the defensive side.
Don't know what to say about that one. That was
just feeling too sure about the play you actually had in your hand.
This first death, I respect it. You don't clear that smoke, but somebody has to be watching that spot. But Oki decided to stop that plant because he thought Shy was going to swing outside of smoke to take him down. That should have been the responsibility of somebody else to cover the spike planter.
Yeah.
And because you've delayed so much on that side, Shy got that pick when there's 12 seconds left. And Oki getting out of it now has to be forced to stick it as an initiator, cannot support the team with util, and then also created enough time for KRU to rotate back on that side because they're playing with the Neon as well. And man, everything just crumbled for Leviathan. Just from the ninja position from Shy.
Ooh. That flash didn't make it over. It did hit Sato right in the face. And Kesnet did too. That's unfortunate for them. And KRU's feeling good about the start on this one to know Sato won't be sliding into a site.
So miscomms into a misplay in this round. Leviathan are starting to let their synergy slip. As a 4-player walked up from KRU should punish Tex now. Makes it out.
Oh my. They are not letting go of the slight advantage they got in this round. Incredibly aggressive by KRU here to keep that pressure forced. The spike has to be picked up by LEV here, so KRU's just going to gather together, maybe let that happen, and then go for the kills.
Yeah, and even when King couldn't get the surprise kill in the back of Boba, Calm had to walk the whole time because the full pressure that KRU just showed down towards middle. Can't really pull out the knife to meet up with King as soon as possible. And now that you're slowly walking towards that B site, KRU groups up and they reflip the map.
What a cool call as well on this one.
30
Love the idea of the play. Everybody's going to be looking for the defensive side, obviously on the side of LEV, and they're just going to get sideswiped here as they come in. 1-2. Incredible. Playing inside the mind of your opponent.
And the last little detail, too, was Shy putting that trip back towards Boba, and he watches the market walkout. So if Leviathan decide to pick up that spike and walk all the way towards the A site, and that trip gets tripped literally, then it allows for you to really set up here to cut the rotates over towards that A site. So I just love here the small little micro things coming out from KRU in that previous round.
What a confident sunset from KRU. The way that they're playing from side to side here as offense and defense, but also their movements and just the calls they're making mid-round that are kind of working out without a secondary or an audible needing to be called. Timeout, though, from LEV to see if they can sort out what has been going on. They need to find 4 rounds to get it back to tied.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing that is going to be called a timeout here for the side of Leviathan, and we just talked about that synergy lacking a little bit here in the last few rounds for Leviathan. Now force that second timeout. KRU still has 2 in their bank.
Yeah.
And to call this one here for LEV, I mean, it's going back into an eco round once we get back into the game. So you have to think about trying to close that gap starting on the following one. Maybe the overdrive could bring something for Leviathan on this attack side. But I think they're going to have to go back into that mid-control play that they've been able to work the map a little bit better on their side on attack here.
See how they pan out. Got a bit of time mid-trip to make sure nobody's lurking. Actually, a lot less mid-play as we're talking about it now than what we saw from KRU. They had somebody lurking upstairs almost every time to try and take fights, whether it was a full team or not.
Stinger buy actually becomes a stinger buy towards the end and sort of grouped up here towards this A side.
Yeah.
And the Knife of Moki is going to look back towards the shop, maybe even try to throw a smoke here to take control of the front A side. But no, never mind. It's a knife that looks towards a early aggression from KRU if they're going to contest the orb. And they're going for the full stop and go, so making a lot of audible noise. That's why the pings came up at the very beginning here, just to look back on what they were doing across, pinging on this side, and just re-hit back through the spawn, back towards A, and it works out.
Beautifully done to avoid the majority members of KRU. The gate crash was already over there, right, for Kesnet. So Kesnet, KRU, the team coming out of the timeout, thought this was going to be a fast B in the end. LEV already starting off great here. Can they finalize it, though? What? Sato going forward here, thinking they have fully gotten KRU to over-rotate, but KRU is ready. Oh my gosh, they're still pushing into spawn right now to try to get these kills in their favor. Kesnet sees the way possibly into the site. KRU now able to just start getting their swings in with each other. Janos to come up big. The rookie wants it, but Shy is not that at all. Peeks right out for the fight. That's going to be KRU's round, even though it's just Shy left alive. They get that W.
That was a nice try. Making all that audible noise, pretending to fall back, really pulled that rotate across, but there was definitely a small overheat coming out from Sato. Thinking that maybe the stun did hit Shy as he was trying to fall back. And there was no second flash or anything to throw him to allow for him to push forward and get any successful picks, and he runs into 2 players to mow him down.
Man, Kesnet has been hyping up so much about this game. Every round, even a simple round, a simple win, he's out of the chair, hyping the team up, high-fiving. and pointing at whoever had the plays that round. And honestly, it's gone down the line for KRU here, 11-6, as Kesnet now has the operator on the defensive side, and it's instantly taking out Sato.
Both Neons on both sides trying to find space on their attack and always getting punished. Zeno Null pings though with the Hunter's Fury, so that allows Tex to maybe start activating towards middle, but there's a trip there.
Oof. One of those mid plays. We were just talking about how LEV hasn't really tinkered around in this area too much.
Deploying drone.
And oh, no way. The timing. Tex is forced out of that. And they regain position. KRU's defensive position a little bit more towards mid.
Because it's so patient right now, and it almost looked like we were trying to walk contact into the elbow where Kesnet would have gone that pick. Comstar and drone on that left side. Beautiful flash.
Try to hit the blind shot. Oh, the ping through. Just at the last moment, Melzer suffers from that.
30 seconds left.
Calm doing the initiator work the team needs on that pawn side, but it's going to be a hold by Shy in that same spot where he got taken down before, but Mazzino's there to clean up the round. And it is map point here for KRU.
Beautiful anchoring coming out from Shy. Loving that spot towards that back of the A site. I think this is the second time as well when you're trying to go for a little bit of a pop hit into the A site. That cage has been perfect to slow things down for the defense. Again, allowing KRU to really set up and pincer on both extremities on top of Shy staying alive inside that site. So difficult to take for Leviathan. At least some money to work with and big ults. It's going to be a fast pop.
They're right up towards the alt door, preventing it from being picked up. We're also just preventing that space from being played here by KRU. Gate crashes in, so Kesnet could make a bit of a play here once the smoke starts to go away. He is creeping out for that shot. Oh, it's going to be a swing. Zeno has to get the safety. Oh, the pick from Kesnet is there. He doesn't even gate crash back. He stays for more. He stays for a third. Dante's on the fourth, and they're looking for Tex to bring us to Haven. Tex gets one through the one-way, but it's only going to end one way here for LEV, it seems, and that's going to be a kill coming in from the side of KRU, 13-6, as KRU pushes us to a map 3 Haven.
Dominating defensive rounds coming out from KRU. Amazing ops coming out from Kesnet, and the timings that he finds. It was something here that Sato was trying to find on the defensive side for Leviathan, but King definitely saw the openings. Kesnet rather saw the openings and finishes it on the top of the board. 21-12-5. Leviathan unfortunately just had no answer, which is quite surprising. You're playing double initiator, you're able to find early information if you can. You also had a KO ult to try to swing in first, try to maybe find where the operator could be. But he just slips through the net and pushes it now for KRU to